And welcome back. All we need to do with this piece of geometry now is just apply a turbo smooth, and then we can collapse it, convert to an editable poly, and that's that, finalized. Okay, popping up into our layers manager, into the wing section. Now I want to hide all the geometry. However, if I was to hide that, or click it on that, yes, it hides everything, but this is the section that we're going to be creating, the air coolant. And if this was to be applied there, we wouldn't see the geometry that we're creating. So we uncheck that, and we have to hide each individual piece. I just thought I'd better let you know that, because sometimes you'll think, why isn't it creating anything? And that's the reason why, because you've got that layer hidden and you're creating geometry in that layer. Okay, so let's close that down. So this is the piece of geometry that we are going to create in this and subsequent sessions. Now it is a fairly deceptively complex piece of geometry. Okay, let's jump into our left viewport. We'll zoom in a little bit here into our create panel. I'm going to start with a box. Let's left click, drag it out to about there, and then we need to push it all the way back, left click to end the action. And as you know, I hate the shocking pink, so onto our steel grey, say OK. Now if some of you have twigged yet, I could actually go in and change that so it defaults to the steel grey, but I just like it being like that. Let's take a quick look at our parameters. I'm not really bothered with these at the moment, we've got it covered there, but what about the length segments? Well, we've got it set to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm also happy with the width segments, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's convert this to, come on, now convert an editable poly. Alt X for transparency mode, and let's now go to our vertices. Right, well, let's grab these here. W for our select and move tool. What I want to do is drag this across to there, select this, drag it to there, this to there, and this maybe just about there. So we're following that curve that comes round here. Let's have a look at this section. Let's just drag those and line them up there. Now this one we'll bring back to there. I want to raise this one a little bit, but bring it in so it lines up roughly there. This one up about there and then pushed in. Now this one here needs to come up just underneath it, roughly there, and squared off a little bit. This one doesn't look quite right, so let's bring that out a bit more. And I think we'll select these here and bring those over to about there. Okay, let's just pop up to our root section. We're going to go into our front viewport now, so F on the keyboard for that. Now let's bring that across a little bit. It's roughly about there actually. Vertices again, I'm going to select these and pull them over to here. Up to root once more. Now let's get this centered, so into hierarchy, effect pivot only, center to object, and then close that. E for our rotate tool. Let's put that, lining it up there. W for our select and move. Let's bring that down a touch. E for our rotate again. I just want to get that lined up there. Now it does seem to be a little bit too thin here, so R for our scale tool. Let's just scale that up a little bit more. Okay, that looks alright there. Alt X to come out of transparency mode, and now we're going to go into perspective mode, so P on the keyboard there. Right, let's have a good look around now. Pop into our modify panel. I'm going to go down to polygon. Ignore back facing. Right, let's have a look. We'll select that polygon, press Control, select that one, select these on top. Let's pop round. Now then, Control again, and we'll select these, and now we press Delete. And there we go. I need to pop to our bottom viewport now, so that's B on the keyboard. Let's zoom back a little bit. Okay, and into Graphite Modeling Tools, Edit, Swift Loop. Put a loop there, and a loop about there. Right click, turn the action, into perspective mode again. Let me just zoom around now. Yep. We're still in polygon, so select that polygon and press Delete. Now we can come up to vertices. Zoom around a little bit. What I want to do now is select those vertices there. R for our scale tool. I just want to pull those in a little bit there. Let's have a look. Maybe a little bit more. That looks good. And up to the front section. Let's have a look. Yep. Alt X for transparency mode, because I want to select these here at the front. We still have our scale tool. Let's just scale those in a little bit too. Okay. That's looking fine. Right, Alt X to come out of transparency mode. Now what I'm going to do is apply a shell, and then we need to collapse this, so right click, convert to an editable poly. And now what I want to do is go on to Edge, make sure ignore back facing is unchecked. I want to select those three there. I'm going to pop down to connect. In this instance I want 2, 3. That's fine. Let me just see if it's, yep, we have the same underneath, which is why I wanted the ignore back facing unchecked, and we can say OK on that. Let me just go up to select, get rid of the scale tool there. Now into the Graphite Modeling Tools, Swift Loop. What I want to do is just put some loops in here. These are just supporting loops, and we'll get one there, one here, there. We need some on the edges, around here. There. One over here. Right, close in. There. Let's have a look. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just apply a temperate turbo smooth to see how this is working out. That's working out quite nicely. It's got that nice profile there, and here at the back. Yep, that's coming on lovely. Okay, let's delete that and go back up to Edit, Swift Loop, rotate around a little bit here because I need, let's have a look, one about there and one just very close to it there. Same back here, one roughly there, and then one very close to it there. I'm going to pop one in right at this back edge here just to strengthen that back section. Right click, turn this action. Now we need to be putting it into polygon. Zoom in a little bit now. So I need to start selecting these here. Ignore back facing on this one. So select that. I wonder if I can press shift. It's gone all the way around. We don't want it going all the way around. Okay, click off that. So it's a case of selecting these individually now. Select those. May as well select these as we're coming down. Alt to deselect that one. That's better. Press Alt, middle mouse key to rotate around a little bit. Bring it down and zoom in. Yep. Control again. We'll start selecting these once more. Same with those there. Now have a good look around to make sure that none of the back has been selecting. No. That's good. Okay, let's pop down now to extrude. Click on settings. Let's take this local normals. Just bring that down a little bit, roughly about there. Yep, that's fine. Say OK on that. We're going to leave it at this stage now and continue in the next session. So I'll catch you then.